Hola, my loves. Sending you peace, blessings, love, and abundance. As always, dear hearts. This video is going to get into what I was talking about, outflowing and what that actually is. And also, I'm going to talk about why I always send you guys out peace, blessings, love, and abundance, why I send that energy out to you. And why I end my video by showing gratitude as well, because even though this is about outflowing, I'm going to also talk about the law of gratitude and how that really does also elevate, or I should say increase the momentum of your affirmations and your positivity programming or your prosperity programming as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it by saying that we already know that everything is energy. So let's get into it. We know the universe is not made up of matter, but pure energy. Everything is energy. The nature of this energy is to move and flow. All right. This mirrors the nature of life. So think of a river. A river is constantly moving and flowing. A river is doesn't have to worry about necessarily replenishment. Not saying that rivers haven't dried up and things like that. A lot of times that has to do with things that humans have done to hurt nature or whatever or whatnot. But we won't get into that. However, the natural life of, or I should say, the nature of a river is that it is constantly moving and flowing, meaning that you can stand at one particular point by a river, and that the energy of that water that was there at that point would have already made it all the way down there. So it's never the same water. It's never the same energy at the point that you're standing. Okay? That is because that river is constantly being replenished. Okay? That is what outflowing is. The river is constantly giving, therefore it's constantly receiving from the source. Okay, so that source could be coming out of the ground, a reservoir that's refilling it. However, most likely it could be a lake, another connection to another body of water, an ocean or something like that. Also is being replenished by the rain. So because the river is constantly giving to nature, replenishing by replenishing the trees, so that trees can continue to grow and live. Other animals drink out of it. Just, humans will utilize it. It is constantly giving, therefore it's constantly being replenished, so it's constantly receiving. All right. Now, when we begin to enter and understand this concept, we actually tune into its rhythm, which is the rhythm of the universe, and we are able to give and receive freely, knowing that we never really lose anything, but we are constantly gaining. Okay, and like I said, that's why I gave you the analogy of the river. Now, when we are fearful and we think that there isn't enough, or we try to hold on to what we have, we actually cut ourselves off from this flow of energy. Okay, and this is because we fail to keep the energy moving. The energy is stagnant, and we don't make space for new energy to come to us. Okay, it is that scarcity programming. It's that thinking that you have to hold on to everything and hoard everything for yourself, and because if you give it to other people, then what are you gonna have left? Is that thought process. Okay, so let's talk about giving. So giving happens not from the thought process of sacrifice or self-righteousness, or because this person is quote unquote family. Okay, so you just have to do it. That is not the true meaning of giving. The true meaning of giving is giving from for the pleasure of it. It's giving from your heart. It's giving from a loving space. All right. Otherwise, what you do is you actually block and cut yourself off from that flow of energy, that infinite flow of energy, that abundance. Because the reason behind why you're giving is not heartfelt. It's not from a loving place. All right. And so basically, when you're giving from a place of love, we make space for the universe. We make space for ourselves so that we can receive from the universe. it opens up a space for the universe to now flow into us. All right. And I'm going to actually provide some Bible verses that speak to this. The reason, before I get into the Bible verses, I want to reiterate why it's so important to never ever give to somebody, whether it be monetarily or any other way that you're giving out your energy to someone, to give to them if you do not give it from a loving place. You are blocking your blessings, as they like to say. You are cutting yourself off from the source, and that's the source is infinite abundance. The source never runs out. That well never runs dry. You cut yourself off from that. And so even if you might still have riches or, you know, have money in your account because for what, you know, you may have a job that pays you decent, a good amount of money, or you might have money from retirement, or you may have money from insurance, or, you know, whatever you might have, or a lawsuit, or wherever you got this money from. You could have won the lottery. Wherever you got this money from, you will not get any new money coming in. There will not be any new energy coming in. Reason being is because even if you're giving money to people or helping people out, reason being is because it's not coming from a good place. It is ill-hearted. So it is not from a giving place. It is not from the purest place that you can express it from, that energy from. Therefore, you have cut yourself off from that infinite well. So let me get into these Bible verses. I use the Bible from time to time because even though my parents didn't make us go to church, they didn't go to church. Like, my dad was not a church person. And neither was my mother. And I think that for my mother, it had to do with scars from growing up in religion. And her grandfather was a Baptist minister who was my great-grandfather. And her mother, even though in her early life she wasn't, you know, she was a preacher's child, and you know what they say about preacher's children, she did start to adopt the Christianity, like, lifestyle and principles and that religion. And so she used to always speak from Bible verses, and anything we did, she would speak a Bible verse to us and tell us, okay, this and this, you know. And so you'd be like, okay, she acted like this Bible verse is gonna save my life. And the reason why we looked at it that way or felt that way about it is because people were speaking the Bible, but their actions were totally different. And I talked about that in previous videos, including my video about prosperity programming, which is 2 videos ago. All right. So yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. But I just wanted to say that's why I do pull from the Bible a lot, or not a lot, in some of my videos, is because even though my parents didn't necessarily make us go to church, I still had religion on my mother's side of the family because they all went to church, and like I said, my great-grandfather was a Baptist minister, and so it was something that was programmed in both, mainly my mother side of the family. However, you know, I also did wind up going to church myself and joined the church and went through some things there. And yeah, so now let me go ahead and get into these Bible verses. The first one: in all things I have shown you that by working hard in this way, we must help we must help the weak and remember the words of the Lord Jesus, how he himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. This is Acts chapter 20, verse 35. It is more blessed to give than to receive. It's a reason for that. Excuse me, y'all. I saw this like light, and it's like 3 times I've seen like this light like go past me on this side or whatever. So that was very interesting, and like my heart jumped a little bit the 3rd time I did it, because I was like, what is happening? Like, you know, the universe speaks to me, what's going on? Because this is the backyard behind me, so there's not like cars are driving by or anything for like any type of activity like to really be happening on the wall. Like, it really should just stay the way it is for the most part. But so yeah, it's interesting. I'll just let it be, because it could be, you know, spirit guides or whatever, you know, here letting me know that they're here for me, and that's a beautiful thing. So it's no need to fear or anything like that. So like I said, It is more blessed to give than to receive. That is very, very important. That is why you have to get away from that scarcity mentality, because the more you give, you actually increase the momentum of receiving. Okay, and I don't mean just giving in money. I'm going to give you some other forms of energy in the end of this video. I just mean the energy of giving, the principle of energy, like the way that it truly works in giving you the results that you want, you know, by being beneficial in your life, basically. All right, so better to give than receive, y'all, and that's in every form of energy. Now, the second verse. The point is this: whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Each one must give as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 6 through 7. So in this verse, it's reiterating what I said, that you have to give from a place of love, give from your heart. Because if you're reluctantly giving to somebody, or if you're giving out of compulsion, like you just go to church and then the preacher said the best sermon, so I got to give. If it's not coming from your heart, if you are not giving from the place of who you truly are, your true being, your heart, you're blocking it. You're cutting yourself off, and you have missed the whole message. You missed the whole thing. So you're supposed to feel a pleasure when you're giving. You should be cheerful and happy that you're actually giving to somebody, not because you want to receive. That's another thing. Don't give if you want to just receive something. Give because it's something you want to do and it makes you happy. Me, at the beginning of my videos, when I'm like, you know, when I'm sending you guys out that energy, I really can picture myself sending those frequencies, that energy out to you, because I know that I'm forever abundant. I'm never lacking. So I have love to send out to you. I have abundance to send out to you. I have blessings or blessings to send out to you. You know what I'm saying? I have that happiness and that joy to share with you guys. I have that peace to send out to you guys. So I send it out. And that was my higher self that told me to start my videos out that way. That wasn't something I was consciously aware of. It just came to me one day. I was like, ooh, you need to start saying this at the beginning of your videos, and not just saying it. You need to mean it and send that frequency and energy out to people. So whoever is watching these videos, I really am sending that energy out to you. And if you're open to receive it, you know what I'm saying? Then you will definitely be blissed for it. You'll definitely get what you need from it. You know, but you have to have room. Remember, you have to be like the river, always flowing, always moving and flowing. So you're also giving out to other people and expressing that to other people in whatever form that you're giving it out, because it all adds up to currency. Like, just like water is currency, it all adds up to currency. Energy is currency, y'all. Think about it that way. All energy is currency. All of it. So when you're holding on to that currency, shit, you're not giving anything out, and not just this currency, all currency. And again, I'll get into those different forms. You are cutting yourself off from the infinite. You're cutting yourself off. And so now that's why a lot of people who have money are not happy, because a lot of them don't even give that. They don't give love and affection. They don't give their money. So they want to be like tight with everything. And then when they do it, they like gossip and talk about a person for doing it. Don't fucking do it. I wouldn't want anything from somebody who feels like they're giving me something out of obligation, or they're giving me something because they look at me a certain way. No, give from your heart. Give from your heart. That is the only place you can truly give from. Everything else is just you truly cursing yourself. You're cursing yourself, you know? All right, so that's why you're supposed to be a cheerful giver. All right, so the next one, the last one that I have is give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together. My family used to love saying this one on my grandma's side. So I'm going to start back over with this one. Give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will put will be put into your lap. For with the measure you use it will be measured back to you. Again, for with the measure you use it will be measured back to you. Whatever measure you give to someone else, that shit gonna be measured back to you the same way. So if you give out of a place of reluctance gonna come back to you. If you give out of a place of, anger gonna come back to you. That's Luke chapter 6, verse 38, by the way. Okay? That's why it's important. Your intention behind it. Your intention ain't right. If your heart not right, keep it. Keep it. Because it's best for you to keep it. Because otherwise you're actually hurting, you're harming yourself more by even giving it to that person. And if you feel the need to talk about that person on top of it, really don't do it. Really and truly do not do it, my loves. Okay? Now, this is the reason the affirmations that speak to giving to others are so much more powerful, and they increase the momentum of your manifestation. That's why in my last video, when I did the prosperity affirmations and the self-image affirmations, I was like, ooh, this is a good one. Because whenever you're not only speaking of yourself receiving, but you're speaking of the fact that when you receive, you're able to give to others, you are speeding that thing up. You are making it come back to you so much more quicker, because if it's from a good place in your heart and you're thinking, oh my goodness, when I have this abundance, it truly is going to spill over and I can start really helping people in need. You're speaking the universe's language, okay? So you are speeding up the momentum of that process. Now, let's talk about the different types of outflow energy, okay? So outflow energy can be shown in many energy forms, as I was speaking of earlier. Some of these energy forms are, this is not all of them, but these are some of them. You can give love to people. That is an energy form. Giving love out of your heart, kindness of your heart. Who don't want love? There are so many people tweeting and on social media. Don't nobody, they all want love, and don't nobody, really show real love. And then Drake had the song called Fake Love. So everybody was on that fake love kick, and, and just talking negative about the opposite sex. Men are this way and women are this way. So both sexes looking at the opposite sex as the problem, or whatever. So yeah, just think about that. If you want love, you got to give that energy out, point blank and period. You have to give. You have to give in order to receive. Affection. Some people be like, people not affectionate. They don't, kiss you. They don't hug you. They don't, because just think about a good hug from your grandmother, like a good tight hug from your grandmother, how good that makes you feel. Show that affection to other people instead of being like, hey, how you doing? That fake shit. Be like, oh no, I give hugs. Come on in here and get this hug. Nothing wrong with hugging people. It don't have to be sexual. You can hug a man and be like, hey, boo, how you doing? And it be a real affection. Not that, okay, now don't touch me no more. That ain't no real affection. That's not coming from a real given place. You just feel like you have to do it because this person came in for a hug. Okay, that church hug thing. Appreciation. Damn it, show appreciation. Give out appreciation. If somebody does something for you, appreciate that shit. If a man cook you dinner, girl, even if it didn't turn out like you think it's good or whatever as it could be, that's being judgy and I don't even want to get into that now. But if you're judgy, you can't appreciate it. Appreciate the fact that this person took the time to cook for you. Appreciate the fact that, a family member came and they gifted you with something, whether it be their time. Appreciate people's time. Time is energy. That's another form of energy. When somebody gives you their time. Okay? For instance, somebody shooting a YouTube channel video, giving their time. You know what I'm saying? So all of that is energy. And when I do it, I'm giving it from a place of love. That's why I'm on my third one, because I actually love doing it. I love expressing myself in this way because I know that I'm giving back to people. And it actually almost makes me tear up because I can get a little bit of, teary out on stuff like that. However, I really do know that appreciation is very powerful. Appreciation is a part of that gratitude thing. Being grateful. You know what I'm saying? That's like why you're supposed to get up in the AM and give. Hold on, my phone went to low power mode. And give appreciation to the universe just for the fact that it is the universe. The fact that the sun came up, even if you don't see the sun is still out there. Just because you didn't see it rise, it did rise. Okay? Appreciate it. Give appreciation to the birds for the beautiful music that they're playing. You know what I'm saying? That beautiful soundtrack that they're giving you. Give appreciation to the butterflies that are still out here flying. You know, give appreciation to the bees out here pollinating the flowers. Give appreciation to the people that are around you for sharing their energy and their love. And even if their energy may not be what you need or may not be positive, still give appreciation. Okay, give appreciation for that person, even if their energy is not right, because eventually that'll actually spread out. That energy will spread out to them, and it'll help them become better. If it does not, then it's probably time for you to just go ahead and part ways. However, at the same time, don't always think about the negative. Be appreciative and show gratefulness. All right. That actually magnifies it and speeds up the momentum as well. All right. Recognition. Recognize people. You better recognize, fool. Recognize people for the shit they do for you. Like I said, be appreciative of what they do for, and recognize. Be like, you know what? Just like I used to work for the bank, and they would give you these recognition awards, these certificates of recognizing that you were the top performer in this category. Shit. You don't have to print out these certificates, these Saturn certificates. You don't have to print those out, that box, that square, to show appreciation to somebody or to recognize somebody. You can just be like, you know what? I just want to recognize you, sweetheart, for being a listening ear to me and for always being there for me when I need you. I want to recognize you because you don't have to do that, because it's also somebody taking the time out. Or you can recognize your child for the fact that you can see that their grades are getting better. You know that they're trying. They're really working on doing their best. You can recognize your child for cleaning up their room. Oh my gosh, you clean up your room. I see you. I appreciate you. Recognition and appreciation to me go hand in hand. Now, another form of energy is material possessions. We all know that everything is energy. When you give somebody something, okay, you gift them with a present. Like, for instance, let me just talk about a few of the gifts that I've gotten from the females that I have attracted in my life. So I posted on the Instagram the lady that I've been cat sitting and pet sitting for. She gave me this bracelet that was made in, I think she was in Cambodia. And so she gave me this bracelet, and she also gave me this little stone, this rock, and it says, it has meow, live in the meow. Live in the meow, y'all. Which means to live in the now, but it's in cat talk, which is a reminder for me to live in the now. I very much appreciate that, and I gave her a hug for that. So I showed affection for that, and I showed appreciation for it, and I recognized her on my Instagram page for her gift, because and I showed her love as well. So I did like 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't have to do that. All right. And she gave me a card too. And it was heartfelt. Whenever anybody recognize people and appreciate people when they write their own thoughts into a card, because that's something they have to think of, and they're expressing their love to you, their appreciation to you. So another material possession that was gifted to me, or energy, material energy that was gifted to me, another young lady, I dog sitted for her. I met her through Airbnb, so I dog and house sat for her. She gave me amethyst earrings and an amethyst bracelet. She knows I love crystals, so the thought of the fact that both of them thought about me. The first one knows that I'm working on living in the now, and she wanted to show her appreciation through that. And the second one showed appreciation through the crystals, because she knows I love crystals. And then she gave me amethyst, which is, very powerful, crystal. And she bought things for herself. She didn't have to think about me when she did it. It was appreciation for me actually being there. And not only that, but she opened her home to me. Both of them opened their home to me and let me stay here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So again, material possessions. And then the third thing, the lady I'm cat sitting for, she actually just recently gave me a gift card for Phoenix and Dragon bookstore. I think it's Phoenix and Dragon, or is it Dragon and Phoenix? But Phoenix and Dragon bookstore, which is a metaphysical store that I go and get all my crystals from, or most of my crystals from, incense from, and all kind of things that have to deal with the metaphysical. When I saw it, I had to text her and say, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, because I do. I really, really do. That is you giving. You might not be giving that person back a material thing. However, you're giving them some form of energy. All energy does not have to be given in a material fashion. All right. Another form of energy is by giving your friendship, being there to listen to people. However, when you give that friendship, you also need to be able to give them a solution. And for the friends that don't want to listen to the solution, be like, I'm not ready for that. You already know where they are in the stage in their journey. So you know that, okay, cut that off until they're really ready. All right. And one of the other form I want to say is money. So money is another form of energy. If you feel that somebody is giving you a service, something that you would normally have to pay for, why not give that person money? Why not? It is because you have a lack of scarcity programming, and some people also have the programming, especially when it's coming from a melanated, human, that you don't always support and give to the people that look like you, because you don't always support and give to yourself. So that mirror, that physical mirror, is the person in the melanated suit. So that physical being a reflection of yourself in a melanated suit, it is basically you doing to them what you're doing to yourself. So that's why a lot of melanated communities don't support one another. And then you walk into our communities and you're like, what the fuck is this? Why we got trash here? Why we got this here? Why we got this here? What the fuck is happening? Like when I was in Jamaica, we trash our physical community because we're trashing our internal community. And then when we look in the mirror, the people around us are a reflection of ourselves on the physical level. So we are treating the people that physically look like us the same way we treat ourselves. And then it also has to go back to the programming of slavery, where we were told that the European voice was way more powerful than a melanated voice. So we take it with a grain of salt when a melanated person says something, but then we can go listen to a Dr. Bruce Lipton, or we can go listen to whatever Eckhart Tolle, or whatever spiritual being is in a European bodysuit, and we take that as the gospel, and we may go and support it. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's going in that's part of the second video, which is the first video, which was the prosperity programming and tapping into some of the ways we think. That goes back to observing our thoughts, how we talk about ourselves. If you talk badly about melanated skin, then you damn sure not gonna like somebody else who's in that melanated skin. Okay? Anywho's, my loves, I'm going to end the video on that note. I just want you to be very, very mindful, very, very mindful of the outflow of energy and how that affects your current state and where you are right now. So when you begin to enter and understand that giving is actually more important than receiving, then you'll get why the affirmations of giving, and you actually physically giving to people, whether it be through a YouTube video, whether it be through giving them money, whether it be through gifting them with something, a material energy or material possession, whether it be you showing appreciation, love, and affection to that person and really meaning it, you'll get why that's so important, and you'll actually tap into that flow. You'll tap into that rhythm, and you'll be a part of that. All right? So, like I said, I'm going to end the video on that note, and that is actually why I wanted to do this video as well, is because I feel like all three of these videos tie into one another. The prosperity programming, the prosperity affirmations, and the self-image affirmations, as well as the this video about outflowing. How all that works together, because I like to give people all the pieces of the puzzle to put together versus breaking it up. So like I said, it'll be more videos to come because I am growing and glowing, and I always want people to grow and glow with me. So I love you guys so much, and I want to thank you as you guys. I want to thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And I want to thank you for liking my videos and watching the videos. And I want to let you guys know that I really do appreciate the fact that people are connecting with me and are connecting with me, and also are resonating with my message. Okay? I'm the messenger here on my channel. So yeah, I really appreciate that, and I appreciate the people who have checked out my Instagram page and who follow me or link up with me on Instagram. And I also appreciate you guys for checking out and liking my Facebook page, which is also Knowledge Butterfly. However, it's at Empress Raw Star, because I'm a Raw Star, you know, which is basically Ra Star reminds me of Children of the Sun. However, knowing that Amen Ra is actually, there's another way to look at Amen Ra, another perspective. And I said I was going to do that video a couple of days ago. I'm actually going to hone into it and get some things together after I eat. And then I'll get that video recorded as well. So again, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you so much. I love you. Sending you love out into the ether. Peace.